An overview of the toxic effects of aluminum. Aluminum is an element that occurs naturally and can be found in high concentrations in the crust of the Earth. It finds widespread application across a variety of food business sectors, including the manufacture of antacids, aluminum cans, and cookware, to name a few. While exposure to aluminum in trace amounts is necessary for human health, high levels of aluminum in our everyday environment can have deleterious effects on a person's body. In this video, we will talk about the dangers of aluminum from the food that we eat and its impact on human health. We will also discuss the 10 most common sources of aluminum in our diets. The dangers of aluminum and their repercussions for human health. Toxic levels of aluminum can develop in a person if they take in an excessive amount of the metal through their food, the air, or the products they use in their daily lives. This can result in aluminum poisoning. Exposure to high levels of aluminum over an extended period of time can cause a variety of health problems, including the following. Neurological disorders. Numerous studies have found a correlation between an excessive exposure to aluminum and an increased risk of developing neurological disorders such as Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. Problems with the kidneys. Aluminum toxicity can cause kidney problems, including decreased ability to filter waste products from the blood and impaired kidney function. Bone disorders. Excessive exposure to aluminum has been linked to a number of bone disorders, including osteomalacia, which is a condition that results in the bones becoming softer and weaker. Problems with the digestive system. Abdominal pain, nausea, and vomiting are some of the digestive system problems that can be brought on by aluminum toxicity. Research on the dangers of aluminum to the body and how it affects health. The effects of aluminum toxicity on human health have been the subject of investigation in a number of separate research projects. One of these studies, which was conducted and published in 2016, found that people who had high levels of aluminum in their blood were at a greater risk of developing Alzheimer's disease than those who had lower levels of aluminum in their blood. According to the findings of the study, increased exposure to aluminum was linked to elevated levels of oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are important contributors to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Individuals who consumed high levels of aluminum from antacids were found to have a higher risk of developing kidney problems, according to the findings of another study that was published in the Journal of Environmental Research in the year 2015. An increase in aluminum levels in the blood, which in turn caused a decrease in kidney function, was found to be caused by taking antacids containing aluminum hydroxide, according to the findings of the study. According to the findings of a third study, which was conducted in 2013 and published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, people who had high levels of aluminum in their blood were at a greater risk of developing bone disorders. According to the findings of the study, prolonged exposure to high levels of aluminum was linked to reduced bone density as well as an increased risk of bone fractures, both of which can result in osteomalacia and other bone disorders. Aluminum-containing foods that can be found in our diets. Although aluminum can be found in a wide variety of foods, some foods have significantly higher concentrations of aluminum than others. The following is a list of the 10 most common dietary sources of aluminum that we have. Baked goods. Baked goods, such as bread, cookies, and cakes, are some of the most significant sources of aluminum in our diets. This is due to the fact that baking powder frequently contains aluminum, which serves as a leavening agent. Processed cheese. Products made with processed cheese, such as cheese slices and cheese powders, have the potential to have high concentrations of aluminum as a result of the manufacturing process. Spices. Because of the processing and packaging methods that are utilized, certain spices, such as salt, black pepper, and paprika, may contain high levels of aluminum. Antacids. Antacids, such as aluminum hydroxide, are used to neutralize the acid produced by the stomach, and they can contain significant amounts of the metal aluminum. Non-stick cookware. Non-stick cookware is typically coated with aluminum, which, when heated, can leach into the food being prepared. Beverages. As a result of the processing and packaging methods that are used, certain beverages, such as mineral water and acidic drinks, can contain high levels of aluminum. Processed foods. The manufacturing process and the use of aluminum packaging materials can cause processed foods, such as canned goods, soups, and sauces, to contain high levels of aluminum. This is because aluminum can be used as a packaging material. Pesticides. Foods that have been treated with aluminum-containing pesticides are more likely to have high levels of aluminum in their composition. Foil packaging. Foods that are packaged in aluminum foil have the potential to contain high levels of aluminum due to the transfer of aluminum from the packaging into the food. Aluminum can be transferred from the foil into the food during the manufacturing process. Seafood. Seafood, such as shrimp and lobster, can contain high levels of aluminum because of the water in which they are harvested and the additives used in their processing that contain aluminum. Conclusion. In conclusion, aluminum is an element that can be found in many of the foods that we eat and is naturally occurring. It is also widely used in a variety of different industries. Excessive exposure to aluminum can have harmful effects on the body, including neurological disorders, kidney problems, and bone disorders. While small amounts of aluminum are necessary for human health, excessive exposure to aluminum can have the opposite effect. It is essential that we are familiar with the dietary sources of aluminum and that we take steps to reduce our exposure to aluminum whenever this is feasible. We can help to protect our health and reduce the risk of developing serious health problems associated with aluminum toxicity by decreasing the consumption of these foods that are high in aluminum. Did you learn anything new about aluminum from this video? Please let us know in the comments section.